What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Aha. And we're nearing the end of the Live in Argentina 1991 bootleg recording. And the next tune is East of the Sun from the 1990 album. And I know I reacted to it was the NRK Studios version. There may have been one other one, but I feel like this is one that I've heard fewer performances of. But yes, I very much enjoy the tune, and I am curious, of course, how they might enhance it, though again, with a tune that was only released a year before this concert, I'm expecting it to be closer to the album version than a song from Hunting High and Low, for example. So yes, I know I've repeated many of these things as we've gone through this particular live concert performance, but yes, these are the things that I'm always pondering when we come to listen to these awesome 90s live performances from Aha during a phase when, based on what everyone has said, as well as my own experience with these live performances or concerts from the 90s, at a time when they were just at the peak of their game in terms of adding fire and energy to songs that are already in their studio version quite compelling. So yes, let's hear it. This is a live performance of East of the Sun from East of the Sun, West of the Moon, and it is from 1991 in Buenos Aires.
Half the letter tells you half the story. The way I see it, it's half the worry. Where I came from, I forgot too soon. East of the sun, west of the moon. Money talks, I hear whispers, I live without it, enough to miss it, yeah. Where I'm going, I'll get there soon. East of the sun and west of the moon. You know I wanna get there soon. Never get my way. The desert road. East of the sun and west of the moon. Another day leaves me aching. I try to wake up, something's breaking here inside me, deep in color. The sound and the hunger, sound follow another pain and follow. East of the sun, the west of the moon.
surprising. And the first minute or so, I was thinking, it sounds like the album tune, but it maybe feels a bit more rustic, a bit more rural. And then by the end, I was thinking, it sounds like the album tune, but it feels a bit more epic. It feels a bit more expressive. And I mean, that saxophone, forget about it. And I'm trying to remember the name. Is it Sigurd? I apologize. Names coming from different deep dives, and not just names of the main members of a group, but again, in live performances or even guest appearances on album tracks. There's names of other people, the producer, a guitarist who's not actually in the band, but they join for a couple songs on an album or whatever. And so I hear a lot of names, and they're jumbled up there sometimes, but I'm trying to remember the name of the saxophonist working with them in this concert at this time. Is it Sigurd something? I apologize if I'm not remembering that right, or even if I'm remembering that name correctly. It was clearly a surname that I'm not thinking of. In any case, yes, sonorous, expressive, and epic, and I enjoy Morton's vocals. There were one or two moments where I was thinking, you can maybe tell it's the end of the concert. It felt like, he's having to exert a little more energy to bring the melody, to bring the intensity that he wants in a given moment. But not only would that make sense at the end of a concert, but knowing this is part of a larger tour, it's all the more understandable. And yet again, there's a couple moments there where you can just feel the intensity, even though it's not the most fiery, it's not the biggest and grandest of those types of flourishes that we've heard just in this concert, never mind overall. But yeah, a couple moments in here where I think he's at a really good level of intensity, even if it's still in some ways restrained. And yeah, I enjoy hearing the crowd responding. A couple moments in particular where they really responded, with excitement and glee. And I enjoy the way the live recording, allows for that. Some live recordings, it's like it's focused on the instruments and so on. And I imagine maybe this being a bootleg, there's a bit more crowd noise than you might hear if it was an intentionally, deliberately done live recording for release, even if you still hear crowd noise in those types of recordings. But yes, I'm very much enjoying hearing this South American audience. And again, I know South American audiences in a number of different genres, they're known for being very passionate and intense in their response, and I think you can hear that overall in this concert and specifically on this song. So yes, in the moment, I'm forgetting how many more we have, and I'm trying to remember. I don't think one of the remaining three is one I've already done. So yes, I think we have 3 remaining, and You Are the One is the next song. And I know, maybe not everybody's favorite, but I do, I enjoy even songs that among, some of the longtime diehards are seen as, some of their lighter fare, some of their more fluffy tunes. And, I think there are positive things to say about that song. So I'll look forward to the live performance of that. And I will see you next time. Peace.